YouTube, welcome back to my channel, that horse over there. So today, in this video, I want to discuss a video that I saw a long time ago that I thought was pretty eye-opening and influential. And that YouTube channel, that video can be found on the YouTube channel Mind and Magick. So I'll link that channel below. I believe it's one of his earliest videos in his mystery school playlist. But it's pretty foundational, and I think it's foundational for this channel as well. So I wanted to give him some credit because it's not my idea. But basically, this concept that we're going to be going over deals with the tree of life. So this here we have the tree of life. It's associated with the Jewish Kabbalah religion, and what it is it's a model. How I'm going to be using it is a model for how reality gets created. Now, this is not a end-all be-all theory of everything. We can stop looking for quantum gravity or whatever. We solved it all. No, this is just a model. However, models can be very powerful, such as the periodic table of elements. Is just a model. Protons and neutrons, but beneath them, they're not the building blocks of everything. Beneath them, we have subatomic particles as defined by the standard model, muons and gluons, making up these protons and neutrons. So, the periodic table of elements is still very useful, right? So we're not going to just say that it's everything, but models can be very useful. Again, another example, like Newtonian physics, Einstein proved that that's not exactly what's going on. However, Newtonian physics is still very useful. We can still do a lot with it. So looking at the tree of life, we're not going to go too much into the middle parts. We're just going to go just talk about a few key elements that are important for us. So here at the top, we have Kether, and Kether, how I interpret it, represents basically all the quantum realm, or all possibility, or the Higgs field, or basically where nothing's determined and all is possible. That's what this Kether represents. Okay, so going down, and I'm not going to go too far into this, but here we have the two pillars of the two posing of pillars. So Jachin and Boaz, and they represent the masculine and the feminine, the mercy and severity. These concepts are and these pillars specifically are often found in our culture. Just a side note, like the Game of Thrones, when Arya befriends Jachin and goes to the house of black and white. Jachin represents mercy and the male, and what else, Doctor Who, when he goes and visits Satan, that scene. It's also in the Never-Ending Story. So it's really all in our culture all the time if you know how to look for it. But we're not going to go over the pillars too much. But at the top of these pillars, we will talk about these two top nodes right below Kether. And then if we go all the way down to the bottom, we'll see the very bottom node, which is Malkuth, and that represents Earth or physical reality. So what this tree of life model actually shows is that this tree of life, all the stuff in the middle is, and maybe the whole thing is the observer, as how I'm interpreting it, you and me. So all possibility here exists at the top, and the observer, through whatever state they're in, these nodes, it will trickle down through us and then filter out and then produce the physical reality here at the bottom, and that is constantly happening all the time. Okay, and that is how physical reality is being produced. So to go into a little bit more detail, we'll focus here at the top. Okay, so we'll have again Kether, all possibility, and we'll have the top of Jachin here on the right, which and and which is the masculine, and then on the left, the top of Boaz, which is the feminine. Now, if we look at the connections between these three, so all possibility that between the top of Jachin, we see that the card is the Fool. So why the Fool? The Fool, if you look at the card, is looking away from the sun, because the Fool has no direct communication with all possibility, with the quantum realm. It has no communication. It basically can't do anything through that direction. Okay, so but if we look over on the other side, the top of Boaz, the feminine, and Kether, we can see that the card is the Magician. Why? Because that is where the communication occurs. It's the subconscious mind that has direct communication with all of possibility, all with the Higgs field, with the quantum field, with, again, I'm going to use these terms interchangeably. So consciousness is a big aspect of what we want to talk about here on this channel at this time. Like in our previous video, maybe in future videos, we can see how we're arguing here that consciousness of the observer plays a role in what gets produced out of the Higgs field and becomes physical reality as we know it. Okay, and we have our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. Now, our conscious mind can do things like we can move our fingers. I can look, turn on a camera. It's also known as the will. So, but we also have another aspect to our consciousness, which is our subconscious. And our subconscious, if we look at it like an iceberg, we see this kind of analogy all the time. At the top is we only see a very tip of the iceberg, which is our conscious mind. But beneath the water, we see this huge part of the iceberg that we don't realize is there, and it's that big. But that represents our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is doing all sorts of things, like breathing when we're not intentionally thinking about it all the time. Like same thing with blinking, like making our blood move. Like there's so many things that our subconscious mind. There's like hidden, traumas in there. There's all sorts of hidden stuff way deep in our subconscious mind. There's so many layers to it that we don't know what's going on. It's that is which dictates what gets produced from again Kether, and trickles down and it gets produced into physical reality. That is the point I want to make. And really stress as a foundational understanding of this channel is it's the subconscious mind that dictates what gets produced in physical reality. And this is the hard part. Why is this the hard part? Because how hard is it to control your subconscious mind? People will argue that we're actually a slave to our subconscious needs. And that's why it's so hard to, quote unquote, do magic. Okay, so what can we do? Okay, so that's where the connection between the top, between the pillars, the top of the pillars of Jachin and Boaz, from the masculine to the feminine, this pathway, the tarot card exists. And again, this is from Mind and Magick directly, quoting his work, is the Empress card, or play on words, to impress with an I. Why? Because the conscious mind is also known as the will. And the will, what that can do is it can convince the subconscious mind. It can make an impression upon the subconscious mind. That's the job of the will. Since the conscious mind cannot talk directly with all the physical, with all possibility, with Kether, with that realm, all it can do is try to convince the subconscious mind to be on board, basically, with what the conscious mind wants. So just like, and he made this analogy in his video, like on a date, like the masculine energy will ask out the feminine energy, and you want to dress up nice, you want to smell good, you really want to, show that, hey, take this seriously, like I'm really serious about this, because you want to make a good impression. And that is, quote unquote, what magic is. Okay, so it's basically the conscious mind trying to impress upon the subconscious mind to change the subconscious mind, thus changing the reality as it's produced. And so you can say that going to the, if you don't go to the gym, and let's say you want to get in shape, and you go habitually, and you start going habitually all the time, and you could say that that's magic. Like you're convincing your will. You waking up at 5 a.m., you going to the gym, you're getting in your gym clothes, you're doing something you don't want to do, but if you do it every day, you're eventually going to convince your subconscious mind, like, hey, we're gym rats. Hey, we are getting in shape. Hey, we lose weight. Hey, we gain muscle. We do these things. And you can say that that's not magic, but what I'm trying to say in this video is that it is. That's all it is. That's all magic is. That's all manifestation is. It's convincing your subconscious mind of what's going on. And if you can convince your subconscious mind, then it can be produced in physical reality. I don't know any limits to this model. So if you can convince your subconscious mind that you own a Lamborghini, according to this model, you'll get a Lamborghini. I can't really convince my mind that I don't have a Lamborghini. So I can't really convince it that how do I convince it other than, I guess you can try to psych yourself out, or you can start a business, make some connections, start networking, selling some products, making some money, starting going to the dealership, start, pricing Lamborghinis, start budgeting for one, start figuring out insurance. And then your subconscious will eventually get there okay, I think we can get a Lamborghini. So both of them are quote unquote magic. Magic is happening all the time. That is the point of this video. Magic is happening all the time. You are quote unquote manifesting from the Higgs field through your body, through yourself, into physical reality based on your subconscious mind. So you're doing magic all the time. Okay, you're manifesting all the time. So that's what this is all about, guys. That's how it works. And so with this, we can see how motivational videos and hard work and all these things all play into manifesting things. So I want to make this channel really practical. I don't want to just make this whole manifestation idea just like some hocus pocus, write some words, enchanted words under a rock and put it in a drawer and voila. I'm not going to make it about that. It's really about convincing your subconscious mind. That's how this all plays out, guys. So I'm excited to make some more videos about this. Thank you for watching my channel, and I'll catch you next time.